more than a public act, this feels like a religious sort of pilgrimage. The devotion of people is incredible. People are constantly comparing Chavez to Simon Bolivar, the independence hero, and in doing so, they've been asking that Chavez be buried in the national pantheon alongside, the independence heroes and the most illustrious citizens. I had somebody tell me that Chavez was like the liberator because he too had freed the Venezuelans from, the oppression of years of imperial rule. So again, it's this feeling of Chavez just being an extraordinary human being, larger than life figure, and certainly someone that won't be, easily forgotten. I think, we'll be going back to him and reinterpreting his legacy over and over again throughout the years. Maduro has announced that Chavez's body will be embalmed and will be permanently on display inside a crystal urn in what is to be built and called the Museum of the Revolution. In doing this announcement, Maduro also likened Chavez to Ho Chi Minh and to Lenin. I thought this was significant of Maduro's sort of political views, and it gave you a bit of a glimpse of what his policies might be if he's elected president and in the next snap elections to come within the next 30 days or so. Inside the actual chapel, where people were paying their respects directly to President Chavez, you'd see, an open casket with President Chavez wearing his military uniform and his red beret. Watching people approach Chavez was incredibly emotional. There were, women, bracing onto the casket, and there were men weeping. And of course, there were also all of his close political allies, his ministers. But the mood was incredibly somber. It was like a generalized feeling of deep sorrow. People just looked physically like they were in pain, with very long faces and just this silence that was daunting.